Hi, I'm Rich with Inside HPC, and we're here at Intel in Hillsboro, Oregon. And we're here today to talk about the Intel Parallel Compute Centers. This is something new. What's it all about?
It's a new program that we've introduced to build a parallel ecosystem to drive the ecosystem to be able to bring code into the modern era, such that we can build scalable, portable, modern code that will accelerate discovery.
So who's the primary beneficiaries of this? Is it academic institutions? Who would apply for this?
Well, the primary area that we're working with would be academic institutions. That's the primary goal for the targets of who we'll be working with. But ultimately, end users will benefit from this, whether it's academia or a drug company that leverages community code in their drug discovery or in finance. So a whole bunch of different opportunities to build success.
Okay, and how does it take its form? You've got some institutions already, right, that have submitted proposals. What do they look like?
So these proposals are typically, if we look at a couple of them from like University of Tennessee, they're focusing on a modern a code, GROMACS, or a code like BLAST, which are broadly used. And those are codes that need to be modernized to take advantage of things like multiple cores, parallel resources, large vector units. And quite frankly, we want to see all of the codes be modernized so that customers get the benefit of the product that they're buying today, and to be able to scale to the systems of the future where we have millions of cores and thousands of threads.
So what does it take to modernize a code? Do you have to throw some grad students at it, sponsor some postdocs? What does it take?
Well, it's going to vary depending on what those codes are and how complex they are, but typically they take the form of grad students or postdocs or professors working on the codes, and there's a level of funding, and typically these are grants for 1 to 2 years or 2 years and renewable at the midpoint, assuming we're making the progress that we both want to make.
Okay, so as Intel goes into SC13, the theme this year is parallel universe. That's where we're headed, right? Even our cell phones have multiple cores, right? That's the future. How will you measure success for this program?
We're going to measure success based on results delivered, and results at the customers being able to do more discovery with less. And we can look at one design that we saw for on TAC, in which a code was being, when this was presented at an Exceed conference, where the code was parallelized, and they got a 15 to 20x gain. And what was interesting, they took another look at it and found that there were some very misplaced IOs, serial IOs, in the middle of a key algorithm. By removing those and putting them in an area that didn't constrain the code, they actually got a 40,000 times gain. And so moved from taking an entire cluster days to process the job to 15 minutes on a single blade in Stampede.
Yeah.
So imagine the discovery you can get.
So what's the call to action here? I mean, there's all kinds of people with code that they'd like to go faster. How do they engage?
Well, what we would love is we've actually issued an open call, and December 1st is the deadline. But please go to our software.intel.com/IPCC URL and submit a proposal if you have something you'd like to work with us on.